Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about what not to do when dealing with 30-year-old plastics in a Japanese sports car. It breaks and shatters into 1,000 pieces. We'll see how it goes.
Don't go too fast!
In my previous video, you see me doing some repair to the hatch in my 87 Toyota Supra. It had sat for 20 years before a friend of mine got it, and it sat outside, and it was pretty gnarly. And when I went to take the paneling off on the inside of the trunk, it shattered into 1,000 pieces. So please heed caution when you're doing that to your 30-year-old Japanese sports car. I've looked for about a year and almost gave up on it. I was literally going to try to plastic weld all of these pieces back together, and it would have not been pretty, or I probably would have had to make my own fiberglass panel, because panels from Japan are over $600 plus shipping. None of the dealerships had them, and a guy in Washington State had one, and he sent it to me after shipping and everything. It was $100, like $105. The panel I'm talking about is right here. I'll show you a picture of it, and it doesn't look too bad without it, but the rest of the trunk, it's there. So, and I'm trying to make this car 100% or better than new from the factory. So, I mean, it's got an aftermarket radiator, which is better than new, but it's factory fitment, and it's got silicone hoses where I could where they can go. I mean, I've done brake master cylinder, clutch master cylinder, slave cylinder. It still has the original clutch because it's only got 66,000 miles on it. And today we're going to talk about plastic welding the panel that I got because it cracked during shipping. So we have to go repair that. What you're looking at is my antique soldering iron that I've been using forever. And when I went to go find replacement tips for it, to do plastic welding and buy new tips for this guy, it was just cheaper to buy the newer model. And for 30 something dollars, like $39, got this whole new unit with the plastic welding tips and extra other tips for, doing various other things. I was like, might as well get a new one. Granted, this one's so old, it's made out of Bakelite. That's not even plastic, that's Bakelite. But anyways, this one has an LED light that's really nice and shines all over it. And this one, it's floppy. But oh well. Time to get on with the soldering. Okay, so what I've done is on the back side of the panel, or which would be the panel that faces to the front, is I'm going to plastic weld this little crack. And what I've done is on the panel that looks good on the front is place some foil tape, and in the effort to help me close up this gap a little bit. So when I close this up and come across with the plastic welder, I'm going to stitch all on the back side of here and closing it up as I go along. And what that will do is keep this from cracking any further because it goes all the way to the end. Since there's not really any way to try to clamp this down or anything, I'm trying to use its own weight to help it. This is the new soldering iron, and it's got one of these little flat tips on it. And what this does is it helps you for plastic welding. I've plastic welded a couple of panels just to practice and make sure that it looks good. What I'm trying to do is get this to where it's completely crease free. And you don't want to go too hot with it because it's ABS, but you don't want to go too cold either because it does not like any of the fluctuations. So let's try this out. And a little touch there. Wow, you got to get this one really hot. All right, let's try this again. Get the stitch in there and kind of hold. And get it in the camera angle too. Let's tilt this up. edit it out later. Gotta love that smell. So I want to get down here on this bottom edge, because that's like where all the strength is, and kind of hold it there. Get it in there good. Get it in there to sink and go along the edge, and then you can come back later and add plastic as you need to, because I have all those other pieces. Adding it in there is not going to be very hard at all. You want to just kind of like Frankenstein stitch it, so it's going to look like it first, and then we can come back with cleaner plastic, and this will never be seen on the outside panel, because this is all inside of on the inside of the panel. And then you can use the plastic little spoon thing and smooth it out, and that will hold your panel and stop the crack from going any further. So what do y'all think? Alright, this is going to be the fun part of stitching it all together, because the crack goes all the way from here all the way down. I've tried to get it as close as I can, and what I'm going to do is just have to manipulate it as I go and try to keep it straight so it doesn't appear on the back side or the front side of it. This is the back side of the panel, and we'll see how it goes. So enter crazy montage music. Alright, so now that we've got all of the main part of the welding done, or stitching I should say, you can flip the panel over and you can actually see, oh, my light fell. You can actually see where there's an actual visible difference here. What you can do is you can come along and heat that with just the right amount of heat, soften that up, and push the crack back into itself. And that's what I'm going to do. I don't know how many times I'm going to retake this voiceover, because it's the first time I've ever tried doing a voiceover. But you can see where I've added extra plastics, made it smooth on the outside of the panel to where you can see it. I do have a little bit of a hiccup towards the top, but I'll be able to clean that up. Coming soon, I'll add another video of me installing it back in the car and cleaning it back up. Thanks for watching, and hit that subscribe button, smash that thumbs up, and let's keep it going. Y'all have a great day.